Good day, everyone. I am Dela Cruz. Today, we will discuss about the global warming. So, what is global warming? So, global warming is one of the most critical challenges facing in the world. It refers to the gradual increases in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, primarily attributed to rising level of greenhouse gases resulting from human activities. So greenhouse gases means that when the Earth's temperature gets warm over time, it happens mainly because humans are putting too much heat-trapping gases like carbon dioxide into the air. So these gases act like blankets around the Earth to keeping it warm. So, but too much of them makes a planet too hot. For example, if you have a blanket, yes, you have a blanket, and that keeps you warm. You add more blankets, you get warmer. So that's what happening with the Earth. We're adding too many blankets or greenhouse gases by burning fossil fuels, cutting down trees, and using a lot of energy. So the Earth, this makes the Earth temperature rise or leading to heat waves or melting ice and rising sea levels. So here are some causes of global warming. So the first one is the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide trap heat that originates from the sun and subsequently radiated with the earth. Instead of this heat escaping back into space, it gets trapped in the atmosphere, it causing the planet to warm up. So the greenhouse effect means that when the earth gets heat from the sun, some of that heat stays in the atmosphere because of the gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. So these gases act like blanket because it trapping heat and make the planet to warm up. So without the greenhouse effect, the earth could be too cold to live on. So but too much of these gases can make the planet too hot, causing the climate change. So the second one is the burning fossil fuels. So burning fossil fuels are used in coal, oil, and natural gas power generation and transportation is a primary sources of high emissions. So this means that when we burn coal, oil, or gas, it releases the carbon dioxide into the air, and this is the biggest source of greenhouse gas emissions. For example, power plant that run on coal and cars that are used gasolines are major sources of carbon dioxide. And the third one is deforestation. So trees absorb from the air. When forests are cut down for land use or building, the natural mechanism for reducing is lost, and the stored carbon is released into the atmosphere. So it means that trees can help clean the air by absorbing carbon dioxide. When we cut down the forest, we lost the um, we lost the natural way of removing carbon from the air. So, and the last one is industrial and agricultural path practices. So, these release methods and other pollutants, greenhouse gases from mining and livestock farming and use of mechanical fertilizer. So, industrial and agricultural practices means that some industries and farming methods release strong greenhouse gases like methane and nitrous oxide. So these gases can even more powerful at trapping heat than carbon dioxide. For example, livestock like cow can release methane way digest food, and also using a fertilizer on farmland can release nitrous oxide. So now let's proceed the impact of global warming. The warming of the earth is causing widespread impacts on environment, economy, and human health. So let's proceed to rising temperature. Heat waves, periods of extreme heat are frequent and intense. Heat waves are extremely long. So because Earth is getting warmer, this hot happens when more often and lasts longer. For example, in recent years, places like Europe, India, and US have had record heartbreaking heat waves that caused health problems, wildfires, and even death. The second one is changes in precipitation patterns. Many areas experiences more severe droughts and some places are heavier rainfall events leading to devastating floods. So when the climate change is the way rain and snowfall changes, while other places uh, get less rain and dry up, while others get too much rain and flood. And the third one is sea level rise. The melting of glaciers and ice caps in polar regions causes the sea level to rise, threatening low-lying and coastal communities with flooding and erosion. So as the Earth warms, ice in the Arctic and Antarctica melts and the ocean water expands, this makes the sea level go up, which can flood coastal areas. For example, cities like Miami, Jakarta, and the Maldives are at risk of being underwater because of rising seas. And the third one is more intense weather events. Storms, typhoons, and hurricanes are becoming stronger and more destructive because they draw more energy from warmer ocean waters. It means the warmer ocean water gives more energy to storms, making them stronger and more dangerous. Hurricanes, typhoons, and tornadoes can cause more damage. And the last one is lost biodiversity. Changes in climate and temperature affect the habitats and life cycles of numerous plants and animals, leading to species loss and extinction such as the severe threat to coral reefs. So it means that the climate changes, many animals and plants can't adapt fast enough. Their homes and food sources changes and some species die out. Example, coral reefs are dying because the ocean is getting warmer and more acidic. This hurt fish and other sea life that depends on reefs. In conclusion, global warming is a crisis demanding immediate action and long-term systemic changes on global scale. As temperatures continue to rise, its effect on nature and human life will intensify. It is crucial for everyone to unite in implementing solutions to protect our planet for future generations.